We all know these are challenging times right now, so even for children, or maybe especially for children, we're talking with Dr. Elizabeth Frederick about how to support your child's emotional needs during these times. Good morning to you, Doctor. You know, these times are definitely challenging. When our kids are looking to us as parents, taking our guidance right now, parents are at a loss too.
Yes, they really are. And it is getting even more challenging now with was trying to navigate online school, and that was consistent for everyone. And now a portion of our kids have returned to school. So we're navigating the online portion, but then the returning portion of that and what that's been like for kids. As they're going back and they have to wear masks and they have to social distance, it's been a very confusing time for everyone, especially for these kiddos.
Yeah, so what are you seeing in terms of how this is impacting our children and how they're reacting to this?
Yeah, that's a great question. We're seeing an increase in anxiety and an increase in depressive symptoms, an increase in emotional dysregulation. And so just being more emotional, maybe that's more tearful, that's angrier, more irritability. We are seeing a shift in those emotional reactions.
Yeah, and it's really scary to me right now when I think of like parents losing their jobs or parents having to deal with, maybe one income when they're used to two or something like that. And the trickle effect of going down to children. How can parents help their children emotionally regulate right now?
Yeah, so one of the best approaches for that is something we call emotion coaching. And so the emotion coaching approach that I use in my practice, VIR is what we call it. So it's validate, investigate, and regulate. And so what that means is when your child is bringing to you something they're distressed about, or even if they're not bringing it to you, but you're noticing a shift that day in just their emotional regulation, that you're going to them and you're exploring what's going on. And so the first thing is validating it. So whether that's the frustrations about the changes at school, the frustrations with the online, that we're first validating that experience. The I is investigate. So we're exploring, what is this experience like for you? How are you navigating through it? What are some things you've been trying to feel better when you're at school? And so we're really investigating, what is this experience like for them? And then the R is regulate. And so that is helping the child to problem solve. That is coming up with ideas of things that they can do when they're feeling sad or angry, and really helping them to find regulation in that.
Yeah, great tools, definitely. I always think, it's unfortunate, but it's just the way it is, that kids can't come to us and say, hey, Mom, you know what, I'm feeling anxious, because they don't really know yet, right? It's just a feeling, or they're acting out.
Yes.
What are some signs that we should be looking for in terms of anxiety, depression for our children?
Such a good question. So when we're seeing an increase in cheerfulness, in outbursts, irritability, when your child is maybe snapping at you and it becomes very easy to snap back. But usually it's that behavior is indicative of there's something more going on. There's something going on in their body. They're feeling this discomfort. And so changes in behavior and changes in your child's normal emotional behaviors, whatever's normal for them. Okay, so whatever that looks like. And if you're seeing shifts in that, maybe they're isolating more, those would all be signs. Not necessarily that there's this huge issue, but that would be an indicator that you should at least check in.
And at what point do we say, you know what, this is beyond me, my child's really, really struggling right now? At what point do we reach out to someone like you or someone that can help them outside of ourselves?
Yeah, great. So after you've made those emotion coaching attempts and you've done that, you've been checking in, you've been validating, you've been trying to problem solve, if it's persisting or if it's worsening, then it's necessary to seek help. It's necessary to get someone in there with you.
And I think it's important to note that there is no shame in that, right? It doesn't make you a bad parent. It makes you a good parent, saying, this is beyond my scope and I want my child to succeed, right?
That's exactly right. Getting help is always the best choice.
Yeah, it takes a lot of strength and courage, so I definitely encourage that. Thank you so much for joining us today. Great tips to help our children emotionally during these times.
Thank you so much.